Okay, now this is probably the one of the trickiest parts, which is to build a structure so that you can extract information. So now that you have a table, you it is a bit more interactive because you can, for example, you want to see the average female employees in South Africa in one specific month. Let me choose February. Okay, so I would click on everything and I have the average. So what you can do is then you can start taking by hand um, these numbers and fill up some tables. And this is good method if you want to just take quick information out of something. But if you want to have it in a more structured way and in a way that you can use it more times and not lose um, like significant amount of time, you can build something. This is just an example what I've done. So I have information for Egypt for discriminated by country, um, and the indicators. This is the average. I have the counts here, and I can choose the month that I want. This was one way to have the information, but I created a mockup data set here. So only yeah these 9 entries simulating what we have before, and I have the revenues and a perception indicator out of something. Could be the program. So people said that the program was bad, good, bad. Of course, this is a mockup, um, and the first thing that you would do, you have to identify, for example, this variable as you are interested in. So I'm interested in revenues separated. You could separate by month. You could separate by country. You can do separate by country and month. But to keep it simple, let's make it by country. So there are Mexico and Kenya here. I would use the formula, which is making the average because we want the average of revenues, but with the criteria. And the criteria is that this row, the range of the row, should be equal to Mexico. And if that's so, you make the average of this, and it will pair the values. Same thing for before, for as before. In Kenya, I lock up the ranges with the dollar signs so that I can do this, and it will not bring down the table. Like instead of the selection being like this, if I would drag down without the dollar signs, it would drag like this. Okay, so I know the average now for Mexico and Kenya. I can change it here, and the values will change. By some reason, you can change. In the other case, if you would extract a number and if you had like 3.6 or what was the number of female, if you would change then something, this number would not change, of course. So um, now that we have this, I did the same thing for the categories. And so I have the names of the categories. Instead of being an average, I'll pick the count. So it's a simple one. So count this range if it is equal to bad in this case. It is also, so if I would write grade here, it will change automatically. Also the graph associated to it, it will change automatically. This graph is also associated with this. Yeah, so this is a way to have like extract information out of a database based on some criteria.